$100 to fix the weed. Not working on the self-esteem. Where you at? Pin it. My new mat location be the flop.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Second down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. Now Trubisky. And just like that, it's 3rd down. It's brought in by Floyd. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Here's Trubisky. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run with Smallwood. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Rosen. And the Raiders have got him. Raekwon McMillan not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Rosen looking to throw. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Third and long here for Rosen. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Well, when you think of these two teams, two franchises, Baltimore and Oakland, Charles, what comes to mind?
Well, the ghost to the post in the late 1970s, but remember, that's the Baltimore Colts who are now in Indianapolis. These are the Ravens who came from Cleveland and formerly were the Browns.
Well, they also have some history, though. The Ravens, between these two teams, won an AFC championship game in 2001. Also beat a Derek Carless Raiders 30-17 in Oakland a year ago.
You see it, you see it?
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jonathan Hankins able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, Trubisky. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November. already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft to get, and then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves, despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Finding some room at midfield. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And that is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And escapes the sack. He hits Floyd on the right. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Now a handoff. Johnson might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Over. 3
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Rosen to throw. Flush to his right. And he hits Drake. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. A dump off to Smallwood. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Johnson on the counter. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well. Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy. Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it. Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half. Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Loletta. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that right there is something with NFL history that will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal. And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game. And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Let's go. We go. You see it? We go.
And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking deep for Adams. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky escaping the pressure right. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now it's Trubisky, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A man who spent 8 years as a Ram, Chris Long, in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Lawletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Leopard! Gun!
On 1st and 10, Lawletta buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone.
That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 24. Handoff comes to Chubb. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw, Lawletta. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, Drake. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Trubisky now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
That could not have been timed out any better, and that's exactly what receivers want. The ball in their hands as quick as possible allows them to catch it at full speed and take off and go. And how about the end result there? Big-time run after catch yardage. That rack yardage is so valuable for any offense.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd down.
Leopard! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
Now it's Lauletta. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Trubisky will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
35. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Johnson running left. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. David Johnson on his way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Now Forbath for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
All right, here we go.
Lawletta looking for a 1st down throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Lawletta to throw. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Lawletta now to throw it. Steps away to his left. He can run, and it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to be in it. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And now Oakland ready to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score. Right?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker, because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything, because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's Lawletta now on second. Net open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Ravens on third down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Lawletta. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lawletta. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Ravens on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To the air yet again. Lawletta. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Ravens on third down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Stanton. take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Stanton. Incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right, underneath for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. David Johnson, 34 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stanton. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy sideline and use him well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Stanton. And Brait, the tight end's got it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Stanton under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's going to be caught. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch it now, Barney.
Looking to throw. Stanton. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. They'll try and run it up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So that one will be accepted. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. They go to Johnson again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First down, this is Rawls. And some room to work. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. They give it to Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now Trubisky to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
3rd down. Here's Rawls. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So that's now 12 points that they've left on the field, 4 missed field goals.
Now, you and I were both hoopers, so you know it's like being a shooter in basketball. Sometimes when things go wrong, it gets in your head, and it's tough to get.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Oakland, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City.